Hello, I'm Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I have Matthew with me today. And we are working on the no-brainer, and this is part 2 in a series. We're in the creative part, and the goal is to develop a YouTube channel, for Matthew to develop a YouTube channel that will be doing playthroughs for video games and earn a living. The number we set? What's the number we set?
10,000.
10,000 a month? You think you can live off that?
I can live off that.
I think it can be done. So we are going through the no-brainer to figure that out. If you haven't seen the first part of this, I suggest going back on the playlist and actually watching the first one, because this is the best tool in the world. And it's really, picking it up kind of midstream, well, you can. I do recommend going back to the first one and starting there because it's the foundation of how we got to this point. And so it'd be kind of like watching Lord of the Rings and starting with Two Towers. Yeah. It'll be entertaining, but there's a whole bunch of story you missed. So, our exact goal that we have here is to make a YouTube channel with playthroughs to where he can earn a living of $10,000 a month. And I know that that's more than earning a living, but that's just kind of the number we set. You may as well make some high goals.
Yeah.
Now, in the last section, we did innovation, and we're about to do creative here. And we need to bring over a couple of things from that last session. And what we came away with after working through it was that Matthew needs to listen to his viewers.
Yes.
And then provide what they need and want with quality. And so that's where we start in Create now. Let me interrupt this though for 1 second.
Oh, no, knock your soda over.
Yes. And you don't want me to knock you over either, do you?
No, I don't.
This is Frostmourne. And yeah, I gotta be careful not to hit any of my prized possessions up on here. 16 pounds. All you gotta do is, and see it's real. All you gotta do is subscribe for your chance to win. So, okay, we're in the creative stage now. And we're gonna start here, and it says, review your overall goal, challenge, or problem. Begin creating ideas that address the top needs prioritized from step 1, investigate. So we've already done that. Actually, that was the instruction at the end of the last section.
Yeah.
And so, okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through these questions and we're going to remember the couple of things. And that is that we're doing YouTube playthroughs of video games to earn a living and to listen to the viewers and provide quality content.
Yes.
So, okay. What might be changed or improved?
That goes towards listening to the viewers. I would change, say, style of games I play, how I play through games.
So, like, if everybody wanted Minecraft, are you going to do Minecraft?
I like Minecraft, so I wouldn't have a problem with it.
So do I. I just heard you comment before that once a channel goes Minecraft, it doesn't go back.
That's usually the case, yeah. I've seen a couple channels do that.
Yeah. So, okay, so what, let's think about this in a little bit broader scope. What could be changed or improved? How about the channels that are out there that are doing this already? What could you do to change it up or improve what they're already doing?
Well, from what I've seen, they're already pretty much improving themselves. They're always trying to respond to the viewers as much as they can. They're constantly changing what they do to get more viewers. But pretty much, I'm the one learning from them. And
So that's kind of like the point you're jumping off of. But what do you see with them, or what don't you see with them that you want to?
Well, say like one of like Minecraft channels I watch. They do a lot of stuff like adventure maps where they run through it, like the little storyline. They have little signs that lead them along the way and stuff. Then they do the mod spotlights where they show off like add-ons that other people have created. But what I think, because from what I've seen in the comments, people are starting to get a little tired of the same flow. And I kind of agree with them in a way. It's just, I even think that the ones that are doing it on that channel are starting to get a little bored with what they're doing. You can kind of see it as they go in the later videos. They're not trying as hard.
But how do you improve on that?
I think they need
a new game.
Well, see, when they were doing a series that they created in Minecraft, where they created their own world, and they went through it like a huge adventure, where they had a lot of people working behind them that would create it as they went, and they stopped doing that, and a lot of people were looking forward to seeing more of that. When they started going to like the little adventure maps and the mods and stuff, and they just completely seemed to just freeze on the whole creating their own thing as they go, and they're relying more on like the other people to do. It's like they're not having any of their own original ideas. So I think maybe if they started going back towards what they started with, that
Okay, how do you apply that to you?
well, I say you have to be creative. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to say, okay, people are starting to get tired of the same thing over and over and over again, and you have to be able to mix it up a little bit. Give them.
Don't get in a rut.
Yeah, give them new entertainment.
A little innovation.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I wrote down here was creative, flexible, and innovation. Okay. If the sky is the limit, what might be possible?
Well, I guess pretty much that would be considered anything. I mean, you could see the sky as just being right there. You have the airplanes that fly through it, or you could see the sky as being way far away. I mean, it's just basically how far you're willing to go.
So, think, if you will, a year from now, and you've got 500 million views, and you've got, gobs of cash coming in, and which allows you to hire people to help you with resources and stuff. What does that look like if you have a big team working for you? What is it you're producing?
Well, I guess depending, I'd say I'd produce more of what the viewers wanted, because I'd have people behind me. I'd be able to do it faster, but I wouldn't want to do it too fast, because you still need the quality. You still need the uniqueness of it being you that's doing it. So I guess you could say it's all about how you pace yourself on because if you move too fast, then your quality of it's gonna drop, and you try and rush and post too many at once, and you don't take the time to.
Did you watch 60 Minutes the other night when they talked about South Park and how they make their episodes?
No, I didn't.
It was a really great thing, because they make them in 6 days. So from idea to shipping it out the door to the television stations is 6 days on each episode, and they have really high quality, but they've managed to put it all together to do it this really fast pace.
Well, I mean, but their episodes are what, like 22, 23 minutes long each. So it's like 6 days to get a 22-minute episode. I mean, they're going for quality over just popping them out there like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also in the standards of how long did it take before to do it. I think that it took a lot longer to make these kinds of things.
That's because they probably have a lot more people behind them now.
Okay, so let's get back to the question. If the sky is the limit, what might be possible?
It's more. It's just how you view it. I mean,
you're not giving me an answer. You're a politician. We're working all the way around it here. Okay, so if the sky is the limit, what might be possible? Might have a big team working for you, and you know, you hop in there and you know, you do your playthrough, and they add all these animations to it, and the you know, big opening on all the videos, and you have marketing people who are, you know, getting ads that are only running on your stuff that pay really high, that, and you know, and you're on 60 Minutes because they think that you're such an awesome YouTuber. You're the #1 YouTuber.
I guess you could say that.
Did I just blow you away with all that? That's if the sky is the limit. So, okay, I don't know how to put that down for you. But it's just trying. The reason the questions are this way is to try and get you to think outside the box, and it feels to me a little bit like you're in a box and you're thinking on that, and so just trying to reach outside of that. So would it be accurate to say, if the sky was the limit, what might be possible, that you could be the #1 game channel on YouTube and have a big team working behind you?
It's possible.
Okay, well, let's put that down. Okay. I just see the next question and I go, what seems impossible, but if could happen, might improve the situations? Do you want me to read that again?
Yeah.
What seems impossible, but if could happen, might improve the situations.
This is another one of those think outside the box things, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's what this entire tool is about. It forces you. You know, I can tell you're having a little bit of a hard time with this section.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that I'm gonna have a hard time with the evaluation section, and because I'm not really a good evaluator. But this helps me to get through it. And it kind of forces me to come up with the answers. So that's what we're running into here.
Yeah.
So what seems impossible, but if could happen, might improve the situations.
I used to say nothing's really impossible. You just have to find a way around it.
True. Mm-hmm. So what are potential roadblocks?
Say I don't get any viewers.
Okay.
Or subscribers, nobody knows I'm there, and it just doesn't start anywhere, and it just dies.
Okay.
I mean, I'd consider that a pretty big roadblock right there.
Okay. So what could be applied to that to improve that situation?
Well, I guess I'd have to put effort into putting myself out there. I'd have to start telling people about myself. I'd have to try to go out and get viewers. Personally, and as a gamer, like, you know, I play MMOs. So say, while I'm in the MMO, I'd say, hey, I've got a channel. And go check it out. I mean, I make friends in the game. They have friends, and then they have friends, and then it starts building up a little bit. And
Okay. So if the problem is, you know, subscribers, what could improve the situation is if I help promote you on my channel, and collaborating with other YouTubers.
Yes.
And then also one thing I thought of was it might seem impossible to get some of the games, you know, that you'd want to cover.
Yeah.
And be able to, I mean, you can cover any game, but in order to have ads on it,
I'd have to have the...
you have to have some sort of permissions.
Yes.
And so that may seem impossible. But, you know, so, you know, in that sense, you know, if it seems impossible to get the games you want, you know, what can happen is to have connections to those game companies.
Yeah.
And to be able to get that. So let's see. It's almost like the answer might boil down to resources. So what seems impossible, but if could happen, might improve the situations. And basically, there's a whole bunch of things that are impossible or perceived impossible. Nothing's really impossible, but we see roadblocks there. And resources could improve those situations. So maybe we just write down resources.
You're just finding all these questions that I'm going to hate, huh?
Well, you know, there are areas where we all shine. I'm going to have a hard time in the next section, in evaluation. So, what might be simplified, substituted, combined, adapted, magnified, minified, put to other uses, eliminated, or rearranged? Is your mind going numb? Here, you can look at it right here. So you can take this, what might be, and then any one of these. If any one of those spark something for you.
Well, maybe when it comes to what might be like combined, say I'm having trouble getting subscribers and views. And say I want to do or the viewers want to see a game that has the ability to say cooperative or something like that. So I would go out and see if there's any other channels that are struggling that could want to do the same thing. And then we could do a collab and see if we can work off each other to get more viewers.
So collaboration. Some of the things that come to mind to me is, what might be adapted or eliminated or rearranged. I think to myself that some channels have episodes, and so if it each game could then be its own program on your channel, and then they all have episodes like some of the other channels are doing, and it's not available right away. So the goal would be to achieve partner status, so that you could do that. And to do that, you have to get the subscribers up and the views up, and everything. And so collaboration, maybe it all comes back to collaboration and everything. I know that's a hard one to answer. Yeah. So, do you have any more thoughts on that? Or are you ready to go to the next one?
I think I'm ready to go to the next one.
Yeah, okay. So, what sights, sounds, feelings, tastes, or smells might be used or changed?
Well, I don't think they're going to smell anything unless it's...
Gamer stink?
Well, I guess when it comes to sights, sounds, and feelings, it would be what kind of content they would want to see in the game. Okay. I mean, do they want me to go out and explore, see all the cool, say you're playing a Lord of the Rings game. Would you want me to go around the giant cities and see all the cool architecture and all the different types of design work that was put into it, or would you want me to go through the storyline? And then do you want to see all the sights, or do you want to continue on with the actual gameplay? Of course, I probably put a little bit of that into it anyways, just because I figured it'd be cool. When it comes to sound, I guess that's based off quality, because you don't want a bunch of blurred out sounds. You can't hear any of the NPCs talking, and you can't hear any if there's voice dialogue or anything.
So for sights, you might have some grandiose backgrounds, stuff, and then for sounds, you're just keeping quality. With that. How about feelings?
I was say it's feelings. You don't want to sort of get into what you're watching. When you're watching a movie or something, and you see all the sad parts, and you're all and you're going say Titanic or something like that. You don't really want to get into the story and get into the feeling of the game. Like, you're like in the game, you're the character playing.
So, okay. That's like immersion. Might cover all this. What might be fun, humorous, or crazy ideas?
I guess say like when I'm playing through a game or something, I'll fool around a little bit. I'll go around maybe like, say I'm playing like a Saints Row game or something, or like Oblivion or Skyrim. I'd save the game on a separate file, and then I'd say like going around killing all the NPCs, or I'd go steal a bunch of stuff and just mess around and I just make fool everything, and then but I'd have the other save file, so I could just go get back right into
Right. Would we be doing some of the unexpected?
Yeah. Or taking those chances and risks.
Okay. How might other people approach or change the situations? So if someone else was going to do this, what might they do different?
Well, if you're going to a business like this, you don't want to be like everybody else.
Right.
You want to be, unique from everyone else. You don't want to give the same exact content. You don't want to give the same exact commentaries. Like, say there's a few videos from several people that pretty much film the same exact thing, and they have like the same exact thing to say about everything, and it's like...
That'd be boring.
That'd be boring, because you've already seen it before.
So other people would say that it probably needs to be unique.
Yeah.
And you kind of agree with that. I agree too. Yeah. What ideas might be borrowed from movies, theater, television, music, books, or the internet?
Well, I think the only one that would really apply here would be, well, I guess movies would be a good one too, because then say you're playing a game that's based off a movie, and then you wanted to go
So in Minecraft, can we get on a boat and we can have a couple of characters there, and we can do Titanic going out there, and then they can sink and they can drown and be the end of the episode?
Maybe well, if you want to make it that fast.
Maybe even into the series.
You probably could get people to design stuff like that in Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft's an extremely flexible game, so...
So, maybe I interrupted you. What were you thinking on that?
Actually, that would be good.
So, what really is, borrowed is maybe some of the good ideas that you see, or good delivery systems for content, or entertainment. So, so from movies, theater, television, music, books, they're all story. Would that be a good answer? What could be borrowed is the story.
Yeah, that could be one of them.
I mean, it's good to have your own stories too, but sometimes there are some stories that are just classic that you can really get a lot from and change it up a little bit to be your own. It's like watching American Idol when they're singing the other people's songs and they change it up and they do a really good job. It's all of a sudden completely new.
Yeah, but 70% of the time they do a terrible job. So.
Well, I'm a big American Idol fan. What can I say? Okay. What metaphors, analogies, or similes might relate to the situations?
I don't really know, because...
Okay, so my idea is that this is a lot like a television show. And so to figure out whether or not a game is going to be something that people want to see, maybe you could treat it like a pilot episode of a new game and everything. You put that out there. If it lights up, you do more content for that. There's more episodes.
Yeah.
If nobody watches it, nobody cares, it gets a bunch of dumb comments, then you move on to the next game. Does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe then it all depends on if the content they watch is just they like the game. It's just not what they wanted to see in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they may want to see more, just different.
Right.
So.
Okay. If people had unlimited money and resources, what might be done?
Well, say if I had unlimited money and resources, I'd actually still probably be doing this just because I love playing games and I figured it'd be good entertainment. And
Mm-hmm. But what could you add? What value could you add to it? How could you make it better?
well, I could make it a lot higher quality. I could get a lot of the newer games to people that want to see it. I could get people working behind me. Even I could get the equipment, the high-end equipment. I could speed up the process, but still keep the quality of it.
Maybe even get access to games that aren't released yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That all fits under higher quality. So the equipment equals higher quality, access equals higher quality,
Yep.
in the production. So, okay, another picture. Spark anything for you?
It's creative.
It's creative. Like as in creation, like Jesus. Look at that, the light coming down. There's a stairway.
It's unique. You don't really see stuff like that very often. I mean, and then the chance to actually capture it is like, so say like you're playing a game and something rare comes along that's like supposed to be really hard to find or something. You don't get to see that very often. So you have it in your video and it's there, and other people are like, oh wow, he actually found that. And it's just...
So, adding some awe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go through these pretty quick here. And these are just one-liners. And if anything sparks for you,
Oh, these
tell me
again?
to stop. Yes. Performance.
Performance would be how I present myself. I guess you could say how I... personality,
Put on a good show.
Yeah. Try not to be too serious, be laid back.
Okay. Experiences?
Guess to me, like your experience playing games, or, like me, I have lots of experience playing games.
What about the viewer?
Well, the viewer would be experiencing, like, say, they look it up because they want to know more about it. They want to experience what it's like so they can see if they want to get it. Or if they've already gotten it, they want to experience, like, say, like the end game stuff. They want to see if it's worth getting all the really good gear or whatnot to get there.
I'm not sure how to write that down, though. Would that be like providing knowledge?
Yeah.
Options, possibilities.
Well, I guess my options would be based on what the viewers would want. I mean...
Seems to be a common theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what YouTube is about. It's about the viewers. So there you go.
Emotions?
Well, I like to say, like, the emotions portrayed, like, in the game. So, like, you get it through a storyline and there's, like, really sad parts, or there's really happy parts, or...
Are you willing to cry on camera?
No, but I would exclaim, "Oh, that's pretty sad." It's I usually I get pretty into storylines when I enjoy it, when I play through games.
I think that anything you do that can invoke an emotional response from the viewer is a good hook. Is a good, whether they're angry, they're happy, they're sad, they're excited, any of those. If it invokes an emotional response in the viewer, you've done a good job.
Yeah.
So, it's almost like maybe putting down to attempt to invoke or convey emotions. Pictures, images, visuals.
I guess I would come to quality again. I mean, because like I say, you don't want to see, a blurry screen. Like, you see those people that just have like the handheld video camera, so they're just viewing their TV and you can barely see it, and you can't really hear the sound because it's all in the background, and then they put it on there and nobody wants to watch it because they can't understand any of it. So
Quality again. Words.
I guess I would try to say something like what I'm saying during when I'm playing the game. I mean,
Thinking aloud. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I guess you could say that. Like, say you're going through the game and then you see like a rabbit bouncing around. You're like, hey, look, it's a rabbit. I mean,
Squirrel.
Yeah. And it's just, it's kind of like commentating what you're doing, but you don't want to do it too much because people can get annoyed with it. From what I've seen.
Okay. Models, systems, processes.
Well, models are based on like what I would base myself off of, like who I consider like my role model for what I'm doing, or what if other people would be and consider me like, hey, he's doing this, he's doing a good job, maybe I can do it.
Yeah, that's role model, and that you can model your success off of other people's success. Say, hey, they're doing this successfully. I think I can do that. Let's attempt that.
Yeah.
And then okay, I got that covered. Now let's improve it. So what comes to my mind, especially with video production, is that I may model myself after some other stuff that's being successful out there. I mean, I know I have my own kind of deal, but the systems processes that I keep refining my production, keep refining it down, making it easier, making it quicker, making it take less time.
Yeah.
And everything. It's got to be as simple as possible to produce as much as possible, and but not so simple that you get you start lacking quality. Although on my one channel where I talk about my quest to get 10,000 a month or whatever, I've told everybody on there that I'm just cutting the front off and the back off, and I'm leaving all mistakes in between and posting them. And it's just because I'm just trying to convey information. It's a little more casual, and everything. But most of my other stuff I wouldn't do that with. So, okay, let's see here. Environments.
So just the environments that say could be out or inside of the game. I mean, say the environments while I'm recording that I want to be in would have to be quiet. There couldn't be any background noises, any distractions, and then because you don't really want any, you hear like a kid playing in the background, that's really ruined.
I'm sure it could happen. It's happened to some of my videos. Yes, roll with the punches. Just do your best.
And then say like environments in the game, I'd want, say explore them a little bit, say look at the different designs and works and details, but I wouldn't want to go through it too much because, we have to keep moving on with like the story and stuff.
Yeah.
Moving on with the game.
Okay. Opposites, attractions.
Well, that could be put in many ways actually. It's like, say, you get a bunch of people that come to your channel that are, like, anti-gamers. They're, like, spamming your comments, and they're like, oh, you suck, and why do you bother, and all that kind of stuff. And then, like, so those are, like, the opposites. They just come there to try to bring as many people down as they can.
Do they matter?
Not really.
Okay.
Most people that would be looking at your channel for the game itself would probably just look at them and say, they're just trolls.
Yeah.
And then the attractions would be, I guess, people that want to view the game. They'd want to see it and could quality, detail, and they'd want to, and that would mean they would want to see more of it, and they would like it. Be attracted to it, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So what I wrote down here is don't worry about the trolls. Focus on the people who like it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's very good. Okay, imagine.
I guess you imagine be your creativity. Like, say, I'm playing a game like Minecraft, and I'm going to build something. I don't want to just show, me building like a little hut made out of, sticks or something. I want to be creative. I want to be different.
Okay.
Try to make something that people will say, oh, look, that's really cool.
So I put down be creatively different. Risk, experiment.
Yes, I considered like taking risks. Like you go in a game, and then the thing is, as long as you're careful, even taking risks isn't all that much of a risk. Because say you can save right before you attempt something like stupid in the game, like say
unless you're in Diablo Hell mode.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would take risks if I think it would better the experience of it.
Yeah. No risk, no reward.
Yep.
Design, invent.
Well, with gaming, there's not really much to designing and inventing. I mean, unless you go in a game where it's like, where there's like crafting systems and stuff, and you want to go in and you'd want to say, you want to gather for it, and you want to create the stuff, and you want to say, they have the option to like mix a bunch of them together to see what would happen, and you want to be creative about it and just see what happens.
Brainstorm.
Yeah.
That's the next one. Brainstorm. Okay. Synthesize. Recycle.
Well, I guess you could say recycle is that, and while I will be bringing out like content for like newer games, may every once in a while just for like fun or for like something that I want to do, I'd play like an older game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Like say something like Quake or
a little retro, a little flashback.
Yeah.
And then play, obviously.
Yeah.
Surprise.
No, I guess surprise would be something like, hey, if I get the rights for it, I'd like put out first impressions to like new games that maybe people either don't know about, or they're going to be released soon, or stuff people haven't seen yet. It would be like first looks, be like just to see, if they would like it or not when it comes out.
I'm going to read you one quote here. It's from Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge.
I can agree with that.
Something you can keep in mind while working on these.
You can be the smartest person in the world, but without imagination, you wouldn't be able to create anything.
You wouldn't be able to advance, would you?
No.
Okay. Before continuing to step 3, evaluate, prioritize the best ideas that address the needs. So, what we brought from the previous one was to listen to the viewer and quality, and then the best ideas that address the needs. So we have creative, flexible, innovation, #1 gamer channel on YouTube, big team working for you, having resources, doing collaboration, picturesque, high quality audio, get into the game, fool around, do some stuff that's unexpected, be unique, good story, idea to model it after pilots from TV shows. If something lights up, then you go with it. High quality again, add awe. Put on a good show, provide knowledge, invoke or convey emotions, quality pictures, images, visuals, commentary, copy others and improve, quiet surroundings for recording, don't worry about the trolls, focus on the people who like it, be creatively different, take risks, and from time to time play some old games. So we need to take the best couple of ideas from this. Like pick 2 of these. Or 2 themes.
I have to say unique.
Unique?
Have to be one of the main ones.
Okay. That actually covers a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a quality theme in here still, but we've got quality already. And I think that we can carry, because we're going to add these to it and carry it over. So quality is just, it gets 2 stars next to it now.
High priority.
Yeah. So unique, that involves fooling around, doing an unexpected.
Yeah.
You're going to be unique if you're the #1 game channel. You're creative, flexible, innovative. That's unique. Golly. Add awe. That's unique. Put on a good show. That's showmanship. So it could be like unique and good showmanship.
Yeah.
That actually encapsulates a whole bunch of other stuff here too. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So stay tuned for our next episode in this playlist, which will be to evaluate our stuff. It's going to ask us some really hard questions. Now, I have a really hard time with the evaluate stage.
So I get to see you stagger for.
Yes, you guys are all going to see me sweat. But it's going to ask some really tough questions. If we don't make it through this next section, the evaluate section, we don't have a product. We don't have anything to launch with. And so we have to make it through. I know we can make it through, but that's the beauty of this thing. Is if you have something that you're not really sure of, that you think might be a good idea, but you're not sure, this tool can tell you whether or not you can actually do it. So, and you'll have the path on how to make it happen. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and we will post the next episode of this. It's going to be a minimum, I think, of 5 parts total, but we're halfway through, and check out Matthew's channel. It's in the annotations and in the link in the description. And, if he's doing a good job, leave comments as of such. If he's not doing a good job, tell him what he could do to improve it. And so, there you have it. And don't forget to subscribe, because one of you is going to walk away. I know, you kind of worry about that, don't you? One of you is going to walk away with Frostmourne here. And it is a real sword. It is really sharp. One of my other videos, I actually cut the carpet with it. In fact, when I was doing another sword, I was playing around with it, I accidentally cut my jeans. Yeah. So, and I thought it was a lot lighter than this one, but anyway, so please do subscribe and give us feedback. We do read all the comments, and do message me with your show ideas or episode ideas, and we do read all of them. We can't respond to all of them, but we try, and I look forward to hearing from you. I'm Markee Dragon. This is Matthew. Take care.